And with his permission, I shared this story with him. He's a pretty good dude. And he was with some friends, and they were celebrating one night, and they'd gone to a nice sushi place. And there were 9 of them, and they sat down, and they were going to be served, and his buddy said, "Hey, get what you want, I'll pay for your bill." And he said, "Okay," and had the menu out, and the waitress came by, and nobody noticed she had a trainee tag on. That didn't matter. And so he took his finger, and he goes, "Yeah, I think I'll have that." And he pointed to his sushi meal that was $19.99. And his buddy next to him said, "I think I'll have that too," a different buddy than the one that was paying. And so they all ordered, and they got their meal, and he got this luscious meal, and it was huge and fabulous, and he ate it. And they'd never been there before, so they thought that was great. He thought, "That's a great meal." And when the bills came in, his meal was $42, and his friend's meal was $42. And his friend went, "No, no, 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 no." And so his friend started trying to explain to the waitress that, no, he wanted the $19 meal, and the waitress was saying, "No, but you ate a $42 meal." And so then he went to the manager and started becoming excited, trying to make his point that he wanted the $19 meal. And the manager said, "But did you not recognize the lusciousness of your meal when it arrived?" "How would I know? I've never been here before." And it was difficult. And the manager finally said to him, the one who was complaining, "All right, I will reduce your meal to $19.99, but not your fellow friend." Well, Gary's other friend was paying for his meal, so no, no, no. Now comes the time to take a stand, he says. So he went to the manager and he said, "Oh, no, you don't. I am a businessman. I know how things work. You made the mistake. You cannot credit one meal and not the other. You need to take mine down to $19.99 too." And he said, "And I know a lot of people, and you will not like it if I don't like this place, because I'll make sure that nobody comes here." None of my friends, anyway. And she said, "I'm sorry, you're right." So they paid, and he left, and he went home. Gary has a habit every night, a beautiful habit, of talking to God. He reviews his day, and he says, "What could I have done better, God? What could I have done better?" And that night, when he was talking to God, he didn't feel good about what happened. In his inner, he didn't feel good about it. And he said to God, he goes, "God, I don't know what's wrong because I don't see it. I don't see what you're trying to show me because I know I did the right thing. That's the right thing to do. I know I did that. And so you tell me what I'm missing, and I'll make it right." So he went to bed, slept, woke up. And when he woke up, this is what he heard. "Gary, did you have a good meal last night?" Yeah, I had a good meal." "Was it not an awesome meal last night?" "It was an awesome meal, God." "Did they not seat 9 of you instantly?" "They did." They said, "Were they not kind to you?" "They were kind to me." "Why does this matter?" In other words, why are you devaluing what occurred? And he said, "Oh, was it not worth $42, Gary?" "Yes, it was, God. It was worth $42. You didn't think about her, did you? Did you, Gary? You didn't think about the owner, the manager? No. You didn't think about the waitress either, did you? No. The trainee? No. You didn't think about anything but the money?" Yeah. He heard it. So he said that evening after work, he got on his motorcycle and rode back to the restaurant. He said when he walked in, the manager, a female, was standing at the counter, and she recoiled when she saw him. In fear. And he said, "No, it's okay." And he walked over and he said, "I just came back. I want to apologize to you for the size of my ego. I am so sorry I didn't think about you. I didn't think about your waitress. I didn't think about the food. I only thought about how I expected it to be what I thought I was getting. I didn't think about anything else. And I'm here to tell you I want to pay for that meal. I want to pay for my meal, and I want to pay for my buddy's meal." And he said she came around from behind the desk and gave him a hug. And then the waitress came out and gave him a hug. And they would not let him pay for the meal. And since then, he's been back many times. And he said every time he comes through the doors, the manager comes and gives him a hug. I thought it was a beautiful beautiful story about how we so look at money. We so look at money, and it's all God. You know, giving all you have, it goes beyond tithe, people. Giving all you have is everything. And it doesn't mean you look for a church and you say, take all my stuff. I don't want to be responsible anymore. It means you flow with the goodness of God and you receive the goodness of God. And you look at energy and people and love and life. Jesus Christ was funded by rich women on his journey. That's in the scriptures. He had a treasurer. He got money. Do you think he ever thought about that? You know, there's 2 times where he says, give that treasury away. Give it all. We don't need it right now. Because he was a master of matter. He flowed with the energy. It's matter. Where does God want it to be? And don't you think it build back up again? Of course it does. You know, worship, connection, investment. Connecting with our time to talk to our Creator, but then investing our energy and actions to do what's being asked of us. That's what expands our consciousness. And that thing you hold to and matter, that agreement you have to maintain your reality, whether it's a piece of physicality, whether it's money in the bank, whether it's a relationship that you're holding on to. If you're holding on to anything to maintain your reality, you are not growing in God consciousness. Because your reality should be rocking and rolling. This way, not this way. Your reality should be filled with joyful expectations that the gifts, you know, so many of you have told me since the service on expecting the gifts every morning, that you've been getting them. You've been consciously expecting and consciously calling them forth. If we only knew how God loves us, how oft I would have gathered you like chicks, like the mother chicken gathering all our babies, all the babies, just to be held in the supply of God love. How do you worship? You know, I know you're here. You're in a seat in this church. So I know you're opening to God. I know you want God love in your world, or you wouldn't be sitting in a chair in this church. There's no guilt that brings you here. We don't have mandatory attendance. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Mandatory tithing doesn't work. People that say you have to tithe, you know what? That's a personal choice. Any rule that makes you do something is not going to be effective. It's not helping you. You're here by divine choice. Every one of us, all of us, can take a step to lift above. Yeah, I was right in that occurrence. Yeah, logically, this makes sense. And we can lift into spiritually, where's the greater wisdom? Y'all following me? Does that sound good?
Yes.
All right, you ready to anchor it in? Let's just put our feet on the floor. God, our Father and Mother, we ask that your love just engulf each one of us. And we feel in our hearts that tender love that you seek to fill every fiber of our being with. We feel in our hearts your presence. And I ask that, God, you lift each one of us up even higher. And let that love of God begin to permeate your consciousness and your mind. And feel in your heart, what do I want to worship? Where do I want to invest my energy, my time, my stuff? If you can, just take a moment to look at where you have been investing your energy and your time, your stuff. And take a moment to just feel all the love that it brings you back. And it's good. It's not negative, it's good. But now turn your heart up and look at your Creator, Father, Mother, God. And for a moment, let a ray of love go to God and just invest your love in God. Feel that love returning to you. Feel that it is not just what you have given, but greater. The love of a parent, the love of a gracious, abundant presence, an all-knowing, all-pervading consciousness that holds you like a baby chick. And as that love comes into you, feel yourself expand. I want you to let your focus just go to your heart. And I want you in your heart, just silently repeat these words if you choose. Father, Mother, God, help me see beyond the agreements that we live in. Help me see beyond that which is logical. And help me see that which is loving. Help me trust the flow that you have for me. Feel your heart tender now. Open. Feel all your angels with you. God, let our lights be lights that bless the earth. Let our lights be lights that speak of your presence. Let all who see our face or feel our energy know we worship Creator. We are the beloved children of God awakening. And there is no doubt that we love. And let this be our prayer. And just feel that you are always connected with God. Take a breath. Send your energy into the room. Feel yourself settled back into your chair. But before you open your eyes, just send love to God. God, I love you so. And if you can, say, thy will be done. And so it is. You are the eternal, beloved children of God. How you walk is your choice. Absolutely your choice. I would encourage you to walk in a path that makes you happy. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Well, that shall be your homework this week. Say, hey, God.